Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
good.
ready.
Which one are we doing first?
I think we said Bharatanatyam. I just read
Yeah.
that's what Anita you
Yep.
said.
Unless you want to do ballet first, Kristen, but we did ballet first last time. So
Yeah, if you're already ready with Hazel, you can do ballet first. Okay, too.
Oh, no. We can go ahead.
Okay, well, looks like we're live. So this is Ballet Bharatanatyam, and I think we are in week 21, I believe, according to YouTube. So we do a half an hour ballet and a half an hour Bharatanatyam. It's a technique-based class, and if this is your first time with us, we're really happy to have you watching. If you feel lost at any point or want any sort of review if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to go back to the previous classes. So I'm Anjali, I'm one of the Bharatanatyam instructors, and I use the pronouns she and her.
I'm Anita. I'm another Bharatanatyam instructor, and I use she, her.
And I'm Kristen. I'm one of the ballet instructors, and I use she, her as well.
And then we do have two other instructors that are usually with us. Jackie is one of our ballet instructors, and Shruti is one of our Bharatanatyam instructors, and you will see them in future weeks. So we'll go ahead and get started with Bharatanatyam then. I will spotlight myself. So we'll go ahead and get started with Namaskaram. All right. If you've done this with us before, remember your hand should be in Kataka Mukha, right at chest level, and we'll get started. Talangu takadimi takatadinginatom takadimi takajanu 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 ta. Okay, so this week we're just going to get right into it. We'll start with Nade, and then we'll do a couple warm-ups, and we'll get back to actually we started new last week. So just a reminder, again, back straight, hands behind your back, walk with purpose, and a little bit of a spring to your step, okay? We'll start at the slower speed. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatom takadimi takajanu 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 takadimi. Okay, one more time and just a little bit faster. Just a couple seconds to get to the back of your space. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatom takadimi takajanu 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 takadimi. All right, so this week we're gonna jump back into the Adavu we started new last week, which was Tattu Metadavu, but we are gonna start back with Natadavu, and we're actually just gonna do 5 through 8 today. It's just gonna serve as a little warm up. I will let Anita explain what repetitions we'll be going through, and I will be demonstrating them for you.
All right, so I think as we've done in the past, we're going to split 5 and 6 together and 7 and 8 together. And this time as a warm up, we're just going to kind of go through. So follow Anjali. We'll do our typical slow speed, then pause, and then fast speed and pause. Okay, so talang kutakadikata dinginatom peyum ta ta peyum tam peyum ta ta peyum tam peyum ta ta peyum tam peyum ta ta. Now on to 6. Peyum ta ta peyum tam peyum ta ta peyum tam peyum ta ta peyum tam. Teyum, ta, ta, teyum, tam. Very good. Okay, so then, yeah, it looks like Anjali was ready to get right into it. Yeah, and I guess it's a good maybe pause for me to just remind everybody, keep your shoulders rolled down, body straight, sit as low as you can. And yeah, I guess now that you, have done this a couple of times, just make sure that you're making every movement with tension and follow your hands. Okay, we're going to move on to the second speed of 5 and 6. So, talang kutakadikat kutadinginatom teyum tata teyum ta teyum tata teyum ta teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata on to 6 teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam. All right, good. Take a quick stretch before going into 7 and 8. So yeah. All right, so let's get ready. Talang kutakadikatakataninginatom teyum ta ta teyum tam teyum ta ta teyum tam teyum ta ta teyum tam teyum ta ta. Now on to 8th. Teyum ta ta teyum tam teyum ta ta teyum tam teyum ta ta teyum tam teyum ta ta teyum tam. Good. Let's rise up, take a minute, and then on to the next next speed, I should say. So, talang kutakadikatakataninginatom teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata on to 8 teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam teyum tata teyum tam. Awesome, really good. So that was your warm up, and then we'll move on to Tattametta. Just make sure you grab some water. All right, ready for Tattametta, Anjali? Good, okay. All right, so we're just gonna go over Chatusram and Tisram, which is what we did last time. So starting with your right foot. So the solkata for this, I think we went through 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we'll go through that again, but you'll hear takka deme takka janu. So let's go through break down the 4 beats again for review. So sitting in Aramandi, right? Nothing with your hands right now. So you do ta, or 1, you hit your right foot. Then 2, you take the ball of your foot. It doesn't go off the floor, but the heel of the foot does. And this is just something to notice about this position. Notice Anjali's, when she lifts up her foot, it is symmetrical. You want to do that again? Yeah, you can see that it's pointing up. So that is what you'd want to aim for. And then 3, you take up your left foot and then put the ball of your foot. And then 4, you put your left foot down. Exactly. So we're just going to go through those motions very slow a few times. So sitting back down, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I think I messed up my count. 1 second. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So let's just maybe do that really slow to the beat. So yep, remember, good pointer, Anjali, to keep your hands behind your back. You don't want to see your fingers from the front. So just a good form and a good tip for that. All right. So talang kutaka dekata dingin tom ta ka de mi ta ka ja no ta ka de mi ta ka ja no. Good. Yeah, Anjali, why don't you step in?
Another quick thing I was going to add to what Anita was saying was a reminder from last week, when you're still stamping your foot, you're still nicely lifting and placing. Even when you're doing the toe on the other side, you're still nicely lifting. It's not just putting the toe up, it's kicking the foot up and then placing the toe. So there's still a little bit of a sharpness that you want to add, or, you know, try to aim for.
Yeah, that was a good point, Anjali. Thank you. Do you think we should do that like a little bit faster and then move on to takita, or move? Okay, we could do that. So just to kind of get a hang of it, we'll do it just a slight bit faster, and then kind of go from there. Okay. So talang kutaka dekata dingina tom ta ka de mi ta ka ja no ta ka de mi ta ka ja no. Okay, I think that looked good. Just taking a view. Okay, do you have any questions online or Kristen at all? You good? Perfect. Okay, great. So then we can move on to takita. So Thistram. So Thistram is just a set of 3. So your first movement, 1, you're going to stamp on your right foot. 2, you're going to take your left and pick it up, and then 3, put it down. Exactly. And when I say pick it up, you know, you'd intentionally raise it, but then keep it on the ball of your foot when you place it down, and then put it down. So really the difference between Thistram and Chathistram is Chathistram you add that extra bead on the right, and Thistram you just do 1, 2, 3. So we'll go really slow and work on that. So talang kutaka dekata dinginatom 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah. So I'll try it once with the solkata as well, just so you get used to that. So talang kutaka dekata dinginatom ta ki ta ki ta ki ta ki ta. Okay. And I think from there we can do Mistram. So Mistram is a set of 7. So essentially, like as mentioned last class, these are just combinations of different beats and different patterns and sets. So yeah, Mistram is you do 3 first and then 4, right? Anjali, is that how you've learned it? Okay, so I learned it doing 4 first and then 3, but really it's any combination of the 2. So essentially what you'll do for Misram is you'll do 3 first. You'll do ta, ki, ta, and then ta, ka, de, me. So all you're doing is you're just combining Tisram, which is your set of 3, with Chatisram, which is your set of 4, and together they make a set of 7. So that's how we're getting that word Misram, or a set of 7. So we'll just kind of go through that very slowly, and just kind of run through that beat pattern. Okay, so talang kutaka dekataka tandingin tom 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So maybe I can just go through the counts too for Sholkata once I should do. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna do the same thing with Sholkata. So talang kutaka deka takata dingina tom ta ki ta ta ka de me ta ki ta ta ka de me ta ki ta ta ka de me ta ki ta ta ka de me. Great, yay! Looking good, Kristen, because you're on, so I can tell that. Awesome. Okay, so then we're gonna go to Kandam, which is set of 5. So this, basically, this one, the way that I think of it is that you have one beat that doesn't get counted. So let's just maybe kind of have Anjali walk through it and then you can see that. So for Kandam, you start by doing 1, 2 is paused, and then you do your takita actually, which is your Tisram. So go 1, 2, 3. So again, we'll just kind of walk through that beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, you do nothing. You just sit there in your best arm Monday. So we'll just do that a couple more times. It feels odd, but I think with the Sholkata, it'll make more sense too. So talang kutaka deka takata dingin tom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the beat with that, I think, makes it. Oh, go ahead.
Just for those watching, I did put my hand up at 2, not because there is an intentional hand movement there, but more so that just in case there is a small sound discrepancy between what you hear and what you see on screen dancing, that is supposed to signify a pause, just in case it's not, I guess, as visible.
Yep, perfect. Thanks, Anjali. And then the Solkata for this will make it easier, I think, to remember. So the Solkata is actually just taka takita. So that taka is your beat. So ta is when you beat, ka, you don't do anything. Then takita, you already know what takita is, what you do in your set of 3. So that really helps to just have that. So we'll kind of walk through it slow and then kind of do it a couple more times. So if you want to just kind of get ready in Aramandi. So it's taka, ta, ita. Taka, ta, ita. Perfect. Okay. Taka. Yeah, great. So I'm going to walk through it now with the solkata, and we'll do that 4 times. So Talang taka deka taka ta dingina tom taka takita taka takita taka takita taka takita. Yay! So hopefully you're starting to hear how the different beat patterns sound too, and that they have like each a different sound, and so when you combine them, I don't know, it makes for a fun and interesting dance. So.
And then Anisha, do you want to try doing Gundam, the 5th one, just one more time, maybe a little bit slower? So maybe then we can hear that second beat a little bit better.
Yes,
that's
a good idea. Okay, so slowing it down. So talang kutaka deka taka ta dingina tom ta ka ta ki da ta ka ta ki da ta ka ta ki da ta ka ta ki da. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, Anjali. That was good. That was good to kind of slow it down and see that you don't do anything for that second beat. And then we can just move on to Sangirnam, which is set of 9. Yeah, we have about 7 minutes left. So you can just complete it. For the sake of finishing the whole set, this whole set then is Takdamekte, and then we'll keep reviewing it in future classes. So Sangirnam is set of 9, so you will take 4 and 5 and then combine it together, much like we did 3 and 4. So you're not learning anything new per se, you're just taking the 2 different beat patterns and combining them together. So we're just gonna do a set of 4 and then a set of 5 right after, very slow. Have Anjali run through that and you can follow along. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go through that a couple times super slow. Talang taka deka taka ta ningina tom 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Anjali froze for me for 1 second. Okay, just want to make sure you're good, Anjali. We'll do that a couple times super slow again. So, talang taka deka taka dandingina tom 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then we'll try it once with the solkata so you can get it. Okay. Talang taka deka taka ta dingina tom ta ka di mi ta ka ta ki ta ta ka di mi ta ka ta ki ta. Yay! So I would say what to take away from today too when you're trying to learn this is no 4 and 3 and 5, and then from there you can get 7 and 9. So
I would agree. 3, 4, and 5 are also kind of basic foot patterns. You've seen takadimi with 4s. We've been saying that in other aravus, but 3 and 5 are also commonly used, especially 3, I would say, a little bit more even than 5. So definitely good to know. And like you can see, this is kind of the beginning of these combinations that we start to see that add up. Okay, should we, I guess we only have a couple minutes left, but we can maybe do one of the sitting exercises to exercise our facial movements and our hand gestures.
Yeah, how about I try to go through some more of the double-handed gestures, just because I don't want to lose sight of that, and learn some new ones as well. So we're gonna start again with Anjali, and then Kapoda, Karkata, and then Swastika, Dola. Keep your hands to the side. I'm going to shift for a second here. Pushpa, Utsanga, and then Utsanga, and then Shivalinga. So I'm not mirroring you, if that helps. So you'll take your right in Shikara and left in Pataka. Okay, and then Kataka Vardhan, Kartari, Swastikastada. Take it down here. Shakatam. And then Shanka, your conch. So you wrap your right hand around your left thumb and put it against your left hand, which is in Pataka. And then Chakresha, which is you take your hand that's wrapped around your thumb and kind of bring it facing up and facing to the audience or to whoever's looking at you, and this hand goes here. Perfect. Samputa, you take your two hands and kind of cup them together like a basket. And I think that's what we got to last week. So next we have Pasha. So Pasha, you take your left hand and you kind of bring it up like this. I would say I usually curve it a little bit, and then you take your right hand. Both of these are the same, I would say, like this. So Pasha, you just take your right hand and kind of pull your left hand back. There's a little bit of tension here, you can kind of see. So Pasha, and then Kiliko is the next one. So you take your left hand, keep it where it is, and kind of, I don't know just take your 3 fingers and sort of cup it in a little bit like this, kind of bend your 3 fingers, and your pinky is here. So you'll again, your 2 hands are the same, right? It's a bit, your 3 fingers are cupped on the inside, but you'll take your pinky and you'll link your pinkies like this. So it's Kiliko. So Pasha, again, to review what Pasha is, you take your finger and you link it at your index. I think that's a good way to remember. You have kind of your hands like this with your index slightly bent and these 3 fingers bent and touching your thumb. So Pasha like this, and then Kiliko, you just take your index, put it in, stick out your thumb, and then link your pinkies. Great, and then we'll just do 3 more, I think, and then should move on to ballet. But Matsya is a fish, which looks like aqua turtle, but it's a fish. I love that. The turtle now is Kurma, which is you take your 2 hands, kind of like Mrigashisha, but then you cup them together. So this is supposed to be your turtle. And then Varaha, you take your same hands and put them on top of each other. Yay! So we can just go through that super quick and then switch over to Namaskaram. Okay, so Anjali, Kapoda, Karkata, Swastikasta, Dola Hasta, Pushpaputaha, Utsanga, Utsanga, Shivalingakaha, Kataka Vardhanastraiva, Kartari Swastikastada, Shakatam, Shankar, Chakresha, Pasha, Kilakau, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. Yay, we're almost there, guys. We're almost done with double-handed gestures. All right, we'll switch over to Anjali for Namaskaram.
All right, I'm glad we got a chance to go through that today. So we'll finish up and then we'll switch to ballet. Okay, so just like the beginning. Talangu takadimi takatadinginatum takadimi takajanu 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 ta. All right. Good class. I'm going to switch over to Kristen.
That was awesome. Oops. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to be on video today. It's my first time being on video. I don't know why it makes me feel so much more nervous than just like dancing in a studio with people. But it just feels different. Yeah, so we'll get started with pliés. So go ahead and grab your socks or ballet slippers and pop them on. And I got my tall chair over there ready to act as my bar. And as always, if you don't have a bar, go ahead and just put that arm on your hip. So as I'm gonna try to get my whole body in the screen. So we'll go ahead and do some demi-pliés and grand pliés. We'll do them in first, second, fourth, fifth, and then we'll turn around and do them on the left. And as I was kind of practicing a bit before we got started today, I was reflecting that I think going in between the two styles and getting used to having both styles in my body, I have a tendency to really sit in my grand pliés. So this is just a reminder today that especially in the more challenging positions like fourth and fifth, if this is as far as you can go down in your grand plié, which it pretty much is for me, without sacrificing your like frame or your upper body or like lifting the heels separately, then that's as far as we go down. And then we come back up and that's okay. We never want to sit in that grand plié. All right, let's start with just our typical plié exercise. Down for two. I'm not as good at counting as Jackie, so you'll probably notice that. Just our typical like two demis and a grand. 5, 6, allongé 7, close 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll point our toe, tendu, and down. Oh, we ended up in the wrong spot. Sorry. Your arm should be in second. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tendu 8. Rond de jambe into 4. Place it down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, point tendu 8. Bring it into fifth. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can kind of allonge and bring it down. Eventually, as we get more advanced into doing these exercises, it's sort of on that 8 count. You kind of like cheat that last 8 count a little bit and get into your next position, or eventually on that final 8 count, we'll allonge and turn to the other side. But for now, we'll just take it one side at a time. So I went ahead and moved my chair to the other side. You can also totally just put your chair, see how it's just like flat to the camera? That's how like a typical bar is in a studio. And you would go straight. You don't have to move your chair. But it kind of makes for a nicer angle to be a little diagonal. All right, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, allonge, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.8, down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.8, rond de jambe, into 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.8. Bring it into fifth. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Allonge. Oh yeah, we can point it out tendu into first and bring that arm down. Nice. That felt good. Now we will do battement tendu san, battement tendu jeté, and battement tendu piqué, the way we typically combine them. So let's do, I kind of wanted to really slow these down this week. I think these are almost like painful to do super slow, but when we do them super slow, that's when we're really forced to consider and work through the entire foot. So let's do them from fifth, since that'll be the greater challenge. We'll have challenge there, and then we'll do them a little bit slower. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5, 6, 7, 8. So slow, agonizing slow. And the whole time you're thinking about how your foot wants to stay on the ground. Yeah, wants to stay on the ground until it's out in that entire point. So tendu out for 4, in for 4. And then we'll take, I guess that's just a piqué there. We'll take it out 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, piqué 6, 7, close 8. So it'll be a really slow tendu in 5, 6, 7, 8. A really slow 1, 2, 3, 4 out into battement tendu jeté. Hold 5, piqué 6, 7, close 8. And so here we're doing an even number of outs, which means we'll close to the front. So then that way we'll close to the back and be ready for the exercise on the back. So it'll be really slow, tendu, really slow in, really slow jeté, hold, pique, pique in. We go to the side, again, we'll close to the back, out, pique, pique, close to the front, and then we'll go to the left. Sound good? 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7, close 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. To the front. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7. Close to the back. And 1, 2, 3, 4. In 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. To the back. 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7. Close to the front. Allongé. Bring that arm down. Whoa! And let's switch and do the left side. I don't know about you all, that felt hard for me. And I'm gonna take a sip of water because I, unlike Jackie, aren't used to dancing and talking at the same time. All right, left side. So we have our left foot in fifth in front of our right hand. Oh, you could start it in preparatory like Jackie does, or I like to start it already resting on my bar substitute so that I can think about having the elbow down and the hand just like really lightly there. We're never grabbing, we're never putting our weight into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold 5, 6, 7, 8. Out to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the back. 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7. Bring it in 8. Allongé with a big breath. Down and whoo. So kind of this weird like adjusting that I do when I go from the side to the back. Ideally, we wouldn't have to do if we were in a studio. We wouldn't have to do it. It's just kind of so I can make space for my leg in my tiny living room. So just wanted to clarify that. Let's do some releves. So releves can kind of be tacked on to like a variety of different exercises, or sometimes you'll just do them on their own. So let's go ahead and do that. So for releves, sometimes it's kind of nice, I think. What do we want to do? We want to do them in first. Let's go ahead and do them in first. So for first, we can go ahead and just like hold the bar in front of us. So if you were in a studio, you'd essentially be just like facing the wall if the bar was on the wall, and just rest your hands lightly on it. And let's do them in first position. So let's go plie, 2, up 3, 4, up 5, 6, down 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we can go ahead and do them in second, still holding the bar in front of us like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, down 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Point to your right foot into second position. And 1, 2, up 3, 4, up 5, 6, down 7, 8. Up 1, 2, down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we can point and close. Nice. My cat just jumped onto my bar there. All right, and then let's go ahead and go into rond de jambes. I feel like I'm going super fast, I think because it's just me, but according to the clock, I'm kind of right on track. So tell me if I'm going too fast or too slow. All right, so we'll go ahead and do some rond de jambes. Let's do, I think it's kind of nice to practice the demi rond de jambes. It's a little atypical, I think, in most ballet classes to do so much with the demi rond de jambes, but especially for that new kind of rond de jambe and la air that we learned last week, it's kind of nice to have a really good understanding of those demis. And they really force us to work the foot a whole lot too. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 to the front onto or. And then we'll go 2 to the front onto don. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do the same thing to the back onto don and onto or. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How's that sound? So essentially we're drawing 2 clockwise circles in front of us, 2 counterclockwise circles in front of us, 2 clockwise behind us, 2 counterclockwise behind us. And we'll get lots of opportunities to really work through that foot and lots of opportunities to think about showing off that gem on our heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, up 7, 8, out, forward, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Side, 1, 2, 3, 4, side, forward, forward, 8. And then what am I? We just did that way, then we did that way, and then we'll go side, back, back, close, side, back, back, close, back, side, side, close, back, side, side, close. How's that? Something a little bit different, kind of at least it was a strain on my brain for sure. Cool, then we'll turn around and do the left side. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward, side, side, close, forward, side, side, close, side, forward, forward, close, side, forward, forward, close, side, back, back, close, side, back, back, close, back, side, side, close, back, side, side, close. Allongé and down. So we've been talking a lot about kind of like that weird hip feeling, like as we go from the back and bring it around to the side, especially when we're en la air, we kind of notice that weird like, whoa, sensation. And every time we do a rond de jambe, whether it's on the ground or in the air, when we go from the side to the back or the back to the side, we can really think about like working that rotation, especially when it's on the ground is a great time to train that, because then the sensation will be even stronger when we bring it up in the air. So we've got like 3 exercises that we've learned, and I'm wondering what will be best to do. You tell me, Anjali, if you want to do rond de jambes and l'air like this, that'll be 1. Fondus will be 2. Or those new rond de jambes that we learned last week, that's the 3rd option. 1, sounds good. Ooh, you want that weird feeling in your hip. All right, so we won't do demis for these. I've never seen a demi rond de jambe done up in the air like this. So a reminder that if you're feeling that weird sensation and it's causing you to kind of like roll your body funny, just bring your leg down a little bit lower so that it can be, your foot can be the same height the entire way around, knowing that the eventual goal for this is to do it at a 45-degree angle. And then I'm sure professional ballerinas, I bet they do it at a 90 and go all the way around. I've never been able to do that. We'll have to ask Jackie if she can. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, allongé, 5, 6, 7. We'll prepare the leg on. We don't have to prepare it. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it back down to the ground. 7, 8. And always, 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 we think about the smaller elements that go into these larger movements. So the first thing we learned was pliés, and then we learned battement tendu san. So we have a battement tendu san. And then we continue into a jeté. And then we continue with the rond de jambe. We're in that battement tendu jeté position again. So thinking about wrapping that right foot all the way up to the left shoulder. And then we go back into that battement tendu san position and then bring it in. So we never want to like forget about that little movement, even when this is the main thing that we're thinking about and focusing on. So it's in those tiny movements that we train our bodies and get better. A little bit of water. Okay, So let's do 2 on the don, so clockwise, 2 on dehors. I feel like I'm saying that incorrectly, so I always think on dehors as out the door. So I might have flipped them. We'll go this way and then this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I do this during the preparation just to remind myself, like, weight on the balls of my feet. Like always in ballet, even when we have our foot fully flat on the floor, like we do when we're just standing here in first position, we want the weight to be on the balls of our feet, so that the idea is so that we're ready to go into releve whenever we're ready to move. It's easy to move. So sometimes during the preparation, I do a little check of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close 8. Allongé. Bring it down, and let's do the left side. We'll finish with like perfect timing today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Allongé. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close 8. Allongé. Yeah, and then we'll do our reverence. Okay, I'm gonna try. So my ballet teacher, we never did the same reverence twice. He would make up these like crazy theatrical reverences. So let me see if I can remember and make up something like he used to do. Okay, let me think. So always traditionally, the female dancer would always take her curtsy first before the male dancer. So let's say we're the female dancer. We're gonna run, 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 run. Try to do it with me. Out to the center of the floor on our tippy toes. And then we go to that B+ position. We take a giant curtsy. The audience is clapping so loud. So we go right, left, and then we take another curtsy. We come up, and there continue to be clapping. So we go down onto our knee. We straighten that left leg, take a swan dive down, a bow to the ground, and then we come up, arms out, and as we stand, and then we walk back, and our partner dancer steps forward, and he puts his arm in the air, and he takes a big bow, and they're still applauding, so he, steps back again, and then takes another big bow, and then he motions to the rest of the cast, and everyone comes running forward and takes a big curtsy. And then the audience is throwing flowers and jewels and curtsy, curtsy, curtsy. And as the curtain goes down, I don't know, So that's how they were every single week with my dance teacher. And then
It's really fun.
That brought me so much joy.
Yeah, especially now, picturing crowds and audiences.
Yeah, I feel like I just performed in a show.
It's kind of fun to like, I don't know, just like live in that mindset of like ballet is always kind of intended to be a performance art. It's not, so I don't know, it's just kind of funny to imagine that idea of like being on stage and everyone's clapping. And
Kristen, I should listen to you narrate more. That was beautiful. It was an experience for everybody at home.
Sometimes we would do entire like port de bras during the reverence, and it was fun. Well, thank you all. Thank you for the class, Anita and Anjali, and thank you for those watching for following along with my first time being on video. Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Kristen. It was such a pleasure to watch you.
Yeah.
Thank you. What announcements do we have? Always donate if you're able. What else?
That would be at saathmn.org/donate. I guess winter holidays are coming up with Christmas and New Year's. We should still be here the next couple weeks. Also, there is a dance class tomorrow.
At 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m. To be able to speak to it specifically, if you go to SAATH's website or their Instagram page, I know there is a pre-registration for it. I think you just have to sign up and put your name down. But it is a little bit earlier at 4 p.m., but very exciting. We haven't had our Thursday classes in a while, so tune into that, I guess, to be able to. Anybody else have any other details that they want to share?
Make sure to buy merchandise. If you're on our YouTube channel, you can see the banner below. It should have all the merchandise that's listed. And honestly, I should get on that train of buying merchandise because there looks like there's like awesome things like masks and leggings and t-shirts. So be sure to check it out.
Yeah. I'm always so bad at buying online, but with COVID, kind of a necessity these days.
All right. Well, with that, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Please come back for more, and we'll see you then.
Sounds good. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.